What's up, everybody? It's Kenny from Mac Chop. We're chopping it up.
For the record, yeah. For the record, yeah. For the record, for the record, yeah. For the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price on y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. Frozen. A6 all the hate. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ball and age. I'm flipping the bars. I'm flipping the all record, off record. I still count.
Everybody, welcome back to the show. If it's your first time here, I'm really glad you're here. I hope I don't bore you. If you've been here before, thank you for the support. Make sure that you guys all hit that subscribe button down there and hit the little bell so you know when I post up a new video. Got a really cool show for you today, and of course, every show is brought to you by the Mag Chop 15-ounce collection. At the end of every year, one of these mugs does retire and a new one is introduced, so make sure you go online and start collecting them. For those of you who have been collecting them, I know you guys have reached out to me and some of the mugs that have retired, you want to get them. I'm going to come out with a small special edition of those mugs so that you can complete your collection. All right, lots to talk about today. First things first, though, I want to clear something up. I did talk about how I met the director, Hussein Ahmed, of Crossing the Line, and I left a key point out. Now, if you have not gone on Amazon Prime and watched Crossing the Line, I'm upset with you. You got to go on there and do it. So go to Amazon Prime, look up Crossing the Line, watch the movie, enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. I enjoyed it. It was great working on the set and everything. So, and it's really cool to be able to tell people, hey, this is how you can go see my movie. It is the first movie that I starred in, and I had to learn a lot while I was on set about keeping character, staying in, being the character, all that kind of stuff. So there was a very key person that was very involved in all this that I didn't mention. Now, the reason I didn't mention her was because at the time that we were filming, there was something personal going on in her life that we were really concerned about, and to protect her, we were not telling anybody that she was involved with the film. But I can say it now. I got a call from the director, and he's like, hey, Kenny, you can go ahead and give her props. And I do want to give her props because she was very inspirational in this film. Jackie Contreras Diaz, I'm very, very sorry for not mentioning you, but when I came out of that theater, it was not a random meeting between Hussein and myself. It was actually Jackie who was really pushing for it. She would reach out to him. She was like, hey, listen, you got to meet this guy. She had him fly in from California to that film festival because she knew that he and I would get along, and she knew that he and I would work well together. And we did, and it shows in the film. So, Jackie, thank you for everything you did. She really helped me. She's an amazing producer. She's a friend, and she's a client. And she really helped me out on that film. She helped me stay in character, get in character, and just little things about my emotions and everything. She really, really... So if you get a chance to work with Jackie and Hussein, let me tell you, they are a dynamic duo. So I want to give you that respect, Jackie. I'm so glad because it was so aggravating I got so used to telling the story of how we met without her that I just did that in the last video, and you know, I felt really bad about that. So just want to let you know, thank you for everything you've done, and I really appreciate you. All right, moving on. Let's talk about films. Let's talk about movies, because now I'm involved in a lot of different films, and it's really great because not only do I get to be a part of it, I get to have my artwork in it. Some of them, my swimwear is going to be in it, so look for that in upcoming films. One of the movies that I'm working on, I actually just finished filming, was with John Vargas. I'm filming a movie called Negativity. Now, this film was supposed to originally be a short film, but when he was filming it, it became too long for a short film, but too short for a full feature film, so he added to the script. It's really good. I got to see the first draft of it, like the first 40 minutes, and I'm telling you, it's like an emotional roller coaster. You're gonna be happy, you're gonna be like, oh, sad, you're like upset. It's really cool. It's a really cool film, so I hope you get to watch it. It is about a guy who's like one of those guys that like borrows from Peter to pay Paul all the time. He gets himself in a tough situation with me, and he's actually dating my sister in the film, and let me tell you, she did a phenomenal job. The girl that played my sister, I can't think of her name for the life of me, but she did a phenomenal job. So you definitely want to look for Negativity, that will be coming out very soon. So the other film that I'm working on is with Raffi Russo, and he's a top model. This guy's a really great guy. He's got a really cool story about a guy who basically is going to get a second chance to be able to change some things in his area, in his hood, and all the odds are set against him, and including me. I'm one of those odds. So really cool to be a part of that. Alexandra Bayo was the one who casted me for this, and I'm really, really excited to be working with her. Man, does she run a set or what? Really cool. Really great to be a part of it. It's a really cool story. I wish I could give you a little bit more, but I can't. You're gonna have to wait for the film to come out. And the other movie I'm working on, last but not least, that I'm working on right now, this one, I want to tell you what's special about this one, because this movie is really goes back to what I always say, and I stress in a lot of my videos about building relationships with people, about how it is that you're going to be able to open doors. Like, people can open doors, and sometimes you'll meet people and you know they have the keys to those doors, but they're just not opening them right away. For whatever reason, it's not your time. But build that relationship, because you never know. You might just get a great friendship out of it, no doors to be open. You might get a great friendship with doors to be open, which is what happened here. I met Jody Dupriest from Facing the Arts about 5 or 6 years ago at the Hampton Table meeting. And real great guy, hit it off, real smart, really cool, has introduced me to a lot of people, and has always been a fan. And we've worked on little sets together. First time I ever worked on a set was with Katana Malone and Jody Dupriest. It was Queen of the Sea. It was a photo shoot in Deerfield. It was really a great time. And he got to see kind of my work ethic, because I actually worked on, like, helping him out. I carried Katana around. I moved everything. I made sure, everything he needed done was done. And so I hadn't heard from him for a little while, and he gives me a call out of the blue. I mean, out of the blue. And I pick up the phone. I'm like, Jody's like, Kenny, how are you? I love what you got going on. I love seeing what you're doing. I said, thanks, man. How have you been? He said, I'm doing great. I'm still moving. But listen, the reason for my call is I got an opportunity for you. I want you to play the executive in a board. They're looking for a guy. I told the director, this is the guy. I got somebody to send him. He's like, I'm going to send you his number. Give him a call. I'll call you later and see how it goes. Okay, bye. And hangs up. And that is a typical Jody phone call. And I called the director, Michael Jones. Turns out he's a Chicago boy like me, so we hit it off right away, and talked about the city. We talked about just life in general. I sent him a picture of myself so he knew what I looked like, and he was like, yeah, I know exactly what role I want from you. And let me tell you, he gave me a really, really prominent role in this film. It's called International Lovers, and I play a board member to a hotel that these girls are going to take over because of their parents' untimely death, and that's all I can tell you about the film. That's it. I can't tell you anymore. But I can tell you that it's a really heck of a script. I'm really excited and honored, and I wouldn't have this part if it wasn't for the relationship that I had built with Jody. And this is why I tell you, never know when you're meeting people at what point they're going to be somebody that says, hey, I'm going to help you out with your career. I got something good for you, open a door for you. Jody, thank you so much. I can never thank you enough for this role. Michael Jones, man, let me tell you, I'm looking forward to finishing this, and I'm glad that I'm on board, and it's really, really been a great experience working with you. So let me tell you, to be able to work on these films is just phenomenal. And as I can tell you now, that when I first got into the entertainment business, I was really just doing it for the artwork, trying to get my art into films, and then before you knew it, I ended up in films. So when I talk about, how as you're building your business, whether your business is a product, a service, or you are the product, go in head first. Just don't be scared, have no fear, go for it. What's the worst can happen? It doesn't work out. At least you experienced it, you tried it. That's it, right? So that's what I really always want to focus on. I'm really excited about working with John Vargas, with Negativity, with Raffi Russo, True Colors of Life, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm really excited about that. And then of course International Lovers. So I got 3 movies that I'm working on right now, and it's become very fun. It's very fun. And you have to always remember that what you're doing is fun. Even during the hard times, you have to remind yourself of how fun the good times are, because in business, you are going to have your rough times, even if, like I said, if you are the product yourself, whether you're a singer, you're an actor, and you're a performer, whatever it is, there's going to be hardships, and you're going to have to work to get to that point. I get a lot of insight from really good people. I have worked with some really amazing actors that have given me like tips and clues here and there to make sure that I really am able to do what's needed to make that film successful. And let me tell you, I'm really, really excited about something else. So I've been on the radio show Bagels and Shade a couple times, and if you have not gone on Bagels and Shade to hear the podcast, Veronica V is unbelievable. She's hilarious, she's wild, and she has a lot of great talent that goes on the show. And at the end of every year, what she does is she gives an award out for like best actor, best music artist, best videographer, best fashion, and everything like that. And she hits me up the other day and she says, hey, guess what? The other day, she hits me up in the end of December. She says, my end of the year award's coming up. I just want to let you know that we're labeling you as best actor of the year. We love what you've done, with the movie you've done, the projects we know you're working on. We just feel like you really deserve this award. I was really honored to get that award from Veronica, and I thought it was just gonna be like, hey, you get labeled, and that's cool. And she posted on her social media, but then in the mail, I get this bad boy right here. Look at that thing. Look at that. So thank you, V. I really appreciate this. It really meant a lot. It's very special to be able to get an award from you, and your show, and especially be recognized. I mean, amongst the amazing talent that you always have on your show. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. And if you have not had a chance, please go look up Bagels and Shade. You're going to love the show. It's hilarious. Let me tell you, all of this craziness has been wild, because if you would have told me 10 years ago, hey, listen, you're going to be a fashion designer and an actor and have a movie and this and that, I would have not believed you. I would have been like, no, that's probably not in my future. But it has been. And it's been a while since I introduced my new line. Most of my line has sold out already, and then I got some new stuff coming out, and it's really cool because I teamed up with my daughter, and she's actually helped me design the new fashion line that will be coming out. But in the meantime, I do have some new cool t-shirts that I'm coming out with. They're on the website already, and I want to show you these because you guys see that I always wear these Mag Chop shirts. I wear the ones with going down the side, so I came out with this one here. Check this out. Yes. So you can actually go online, go order yourself one of these bad boys right there, and now you can represent Mag Chop wherever you go. I'd love to see everybody doing it and post pictures of it. Tag me. I'd love to see that. If you are into lowriding, let me tell you, if you have somebody that's into lowriding in your family, a friend, or you yourself, check out this thing. It is the ultimate rider's shirt. These are cars that are really on the road. These are from photos. It's a collage that I made specifically about the lowrider lifestyle. You definitely want to get yourself one of those. If you know somebody that's into hopping their car and they got those lowriders, even if they're just into lowriders, I made a shirt. Now these, they actually use a license plate. It says bumper check, and it's got the car hopping in the middle. I made it for several different states. All of that is on magchop.com. So make sure you go to magchop.com and pick one of those up. And I got a little something for the ladies. These V-neck shirts are super comfy. They say Mag Chop on them. They're purple. Make sure you go get yourself one. Go on magchop.com. Support the business. Support the movement. We're getting bigger. We're getting a lot of new products in. And my next line is not only going to have women's swimwear, it's going to have men's swimwear. It's going to have really cool stuff. So I hope I didn't bore you. I hope I have covered everything. I think I did. If you guys have any questions for me, if there's things you want to ask me about, maybe about the film, about fashion, about anything that you got in your mind, please, by all means, shoot me an email. Say, hey, listen, I want to know what's going on. Go to magchop.com. You can reach out to me from there, or you could follow me on Instagram, magchop. Everything's magchop. You got magchop_fashion, and then my artwork can be seen on Collage Art of Magchop. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week. What's up, everybody? It's Kenny from Magchop.
Oh, the car.
Oh, that, yeah.
Vroom.
Vroom. Kenny from Magchop. Start picking that stuff up now. So, if you're Mag Chop, we're chopping it up. And that was awkward with the scissors.
You were like,
For the rugged. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price so y'all.